Welcome back, everybody,
We
to
reached
episode
43.
43 of Byte Banter. You're surprised we reached 43?
Yeah, we will celebrate the half century soon.
You remember our goal, right? Our
That is
minimum goal that we
really
had?
proper line stars.
Well, wait, we had a goal?
Yeah? The minimum episodes that we were planning to go.
Yeah,
Like, we would say that we'll at least go that much, and after that, we'll decide based on the
365.
performance. Wait, what?
Was it 365?
No, right?
It was 69.
It was
No,
100 episodes, right?
no.
Oh, yeah,
100.
that's cool.
The fuck, only I remember it.
I thought that.
We took almost a year to get 43 episodes. How long do you think it'll take to get 365? So what I was thinking was, let's just try to get to 100. After that, we can try to change the content format a little, try doing something else maybe.
Yeah, I think we should change.
What do you want to do after 100?
Maybe we should move to one country and then go on site. Do it live, like not in person.
We can try doing recorded sessions after that if you really want to do that.
Yeah, let's see. We should change the.
So just for today, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about lately, but I didn't really get the time to do it or talk about it. It's mainly about getting jobs in a way, but not in the traditional sense. So first, let's just hear this out. Hema, what are your thoughts right now about the job market and getting jobs in general?
Uh, it's hard. It's tough. It's competitive.
Exactly.
Like
That's one thing I want to bring
like
back later. It's competitive, yeah.
trying. We've been trying since long back, and I think all three of us know the struggle. Like
Mm-hmm.
because all three of us went through it. Like
What would you say
yeah,
if I told
and
you? I think
yeah, it's good that.
we're struggling so much because the way we're trying is wrong. Like I've been seeing it around
I
lately a
agree.
little
Yeah,
bit,
that is right.
and okay. Before I get on to that, continue your thought.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
if that's all from Hema, maybe Darshil. What do you have to
I
say
think
about
it
this?
is.
No, hang on. Hima was saying something, right?
Hema,
No. That's all. I just wanted to say
it's hard.
tough.
It's hard and competitive, yeah. By the way,
I
for
feel like
the
we're doing it.
video listeners, video watchers, Darshil is not on camera because he's eating. So
You don't want to see the disgusting eating thing.
it's
right?
fine. Yeah, what were you saying, Darshil?
Mm, right. I feel like I, I have like seriously applied to anything and everything, and I've had different methods. Something I've noticed is people usually stick with traditional methods, and it's kind of wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was exactly what I wanted to talk about too. I feel like the reason we are struggling so much, especially in our field, right, which is the tech field, is uh uh okay, how are we looking for jobs? We're doing what hundreds of tutorials are telling us to do online, right? The thing is, those 100 tutorials that are there, they have been watched by millions of people, and everybody's doing the exact same things, and that's why we are struggling to get the jobs too. The way we're trying to get into a company is age old. Like we're trying to make projects, we're trying to apply to companies, and then we are doing that. Uh, just to give an example of one of our friends, I'm not gonna name him. You guys will know as soon as I say it. So he found his job himself, right? He didn't do it in traditional sense. He was just contributing to open source for a while. He was just picking up new skills himself,
Okay,
and
that made sense.
uh-huh. And then the companies reached out to him and gave him
Did
a
I say the name?
no. Let's not say the name. And they and then they offered him a part-time job, and his part-time salary for one job was way higher than what many people are getting even for full-time right now, right? And that's part-time remote salary. So what I feel like is that is the new way to do it, right? And the only reason we are unable to do it is because there are not enough tutorials on it, and it makes sense. There are no tutorials on it right now because that's what's hot in the market right now, right? For example, in the stock market, they say once you hear a news about something, it's already too late, right? You're supposed to do it before the news becomes big. That's when you make the main money. I feel like that's what's happening with us right now. Where what we're trying to do are the traditional routes to get a job, and they are secure. They will ensure that we get something at the end of it, but it won't be the best thing that we want to get. Maybe instead of that, if we take a little risks and if we try to
Yeah.
do something different, and we try to stand out, I'm not sure if it'll work out, but I feel like it could be the way to go. I've been thinking about lately, and I've been also trying to do some projects myself.
Yeah.
uh
And
s-
also, even though we applied to many jobs, we just use the same CV, and
mm-hmm,
sometimes we don't even write the cover letter. We just like
mm-hmm,
too lazy to write, and we just apply.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, I think like let's say I don't know like how many I applied, but let's say like 50. Out of 50, I think maybe around five I applied properly, like wrote cover letter properly.
mm-hmm,
And I think those five, I maybe I got the interviews from those five, and then
mm-hmm.
from the interview I couldn't go through.
But the question is, why are we having to do this? Why are we having to go through this route when there clearly is a different route? And it's not just something we have seen some people talk on YouTube, right? We have seen somebody we know do this and get a good job. So why aren't we motivated enough? You remember back when he was first doing it, he told Hema and me to learn about something, and we still didn't learn about it. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
The internship I'm planning to do is
Mm-hmm.
about that thing.
No,
So
I,
I
I'm
hope
st-
that I will learn
I'm
something
still
from
saying. I feel
that.
like this is still the wrong route. I'm also doing the same thing. I'm also applying to an internship to a place and I'm doing it. But I feel like this is not it. I feel like something we are doing is wrong. We need to look at it differently because there has to be something,
Yeah,
right? Why is it that two jobs, one where you have to study, apply for it, and get it, and the other where the company searches for you and gives you the job? Why is there such a big disparity in the paychecks? There should be something that we are doing wrong, right?
I think yeah. One thing that we are doing wrong is like we don't have much like like open source projects to
Mm,
for them to see like our like work. Like we have the projects, but it's only in paper, right?
yeah.
We have many projects in our CVs, but nothing to prove. Like
So the question is, why don't we have those projects? We don't have it. It's not like we are not working right now, right? We still are working, but I feel like we are working in the wrong direction. Like we are putting in effort but not in the correct space. If you think about the amount of
you mean
work.
you mean the area that we are planning to work is
Yes,
wrong, or
yes. I feel like the area we're planning to work and also the way we are working is, I won't say wrong, but I will say it's dated now, where these things are being done by
the
everybody, right?
way we are working may be wrong,
Yeah.
but why the area?
So software development, right? Software development. I'm not saying it's dead now, but
Yeah,
everybody does it, right? Uh,
no, not only software development. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
the barrier to entry for software development is very low now. Even somebody who is in high school can technically go to YouTube, take a few courses, learn it, and be able to do a decent job. Maybe not as good as us, but they can still do it, right?
Yeah,
And that is why it makes us harder for us to pitch ourselves to companies. Whereas what
that's
our
why it's very hard to get into companies, right?
yes,
The entry level, even the entry level is like very hard.
whereas what our friend has successfully been able to
Even
do
this
is,
is with masters.
mm-hmm,
We are applying with masters
yeah.
degree now.
No, no. What I'm saying is,
Still,
compared to what we are doing, what our friend has successfully been able to do is he's been able to learn skills in fields which are not that common on, let's say, YouTube or anywhere yet, and that is why not enough people are in those fields. It's I get it. Like it's hard for him to keep himself updated with the new tech and then work about it. But even we are working harder. But the thing is, we are working hard in a field which anybody else can work hard as well and get as good as us, if not better than us. Whereas what he's doing is he's working hard in a field where
Yeah.
only those people who put in the effort can actually get better at it.
Yeah. True. True. Yeah. That is true.
Then I was
Uh,
thinking about this for the last month or so, right? And then I was thinking, if we know this is the problem, why are we not doing anything about it? Me included. Like, we know this is wrong, we
yeah.
know that we should fix this, but still we are unable to do anything about it. For me, the reason I could come up with is because there's no proper roadmap to follow. Uh, but that's not a
Yeah.
good.
Same. Same. It's the same for me too.
But that is
It's
what.
the same for me too.
But
There's no like I don't know where to start.
yeah.
Like I was like we no actually we listened to him right. We were planning to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but there's nowhere to start. I mean
Yeah.
no, I don't
But
know where to start.
don't you think this
There's
means
like
that
you said, there's no proper roadmap.
we lack motivation? Because if we really put in the effort and time, I'm sure we can figure something out. The thing is, we don't try hard enough.
All right, I'm back, boys.
Yo,
Now
back.
I can freely
Well,
move my
Darshil,
mouth.
we're
Uh,
doing a serious talk
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Oh,
Let's
actually, today's episode, I really wanted to talk about something important. Did you hear what we were talking about?
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. I was hearing everything I could not say because I was
Yeah,
stuffing my mouth with
yeah.
food.
It's fine. It's fine. So, what are your thoughts on
Look at
this?
the lovely British weather. It's raining now. It's raining. Yeah. So, Brendan, I'm I'm totally on board with you. Although I'm not sure on what you were talking about, like we don't have motivation or something, you know.
uh,
But
Motivation to find our
it's
own
so
roadmap. Like, we are waiting for
yeah.
somebody to make a roadmap for us, and then we follow the roadmap. But that's what is keeping us
That
backward. I think that's a wrong idea that we are
no, no,
following.
it's not just that. First of all, let's start at the very beginning, where
Mm-hmm.
everyone wants to just get into software,
Mm-hmm.
like software, software, software. You look at the finance people; they're doing software.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have to learn Python, SQL, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
just it's like a mandatory thing to do.
Yep.
First of all,
Mm-hmm.
secondly, the industry is ever evolving. I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like, in my case at least, uh, if there's something interesting, I would go for it. If I have passion in it, I'll go for it. But
Mm-hmm.
if not, then I'm just gonna not look at it, even though it's trending. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
So,
And
go on.
yeah, sorry, no, no, go on.
No, what I was saying was, what was I saying? Okay, I don't exactly remember what I was going to say, but I remember another thought when you talked about something you like. Right? So I was discussing with our friend recently. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So, re- I know you've all heard this, but you hear this, right? Somebody who knows how to make money wouldn't go and tell others how to make money, right? So I feel like
Yes.
that is why people who are doing good in this field right now, they are able to uh, leverage the current technical things and make a viable income out of it. They're not telling others because right now it's making money for them, and not just for them. A lot of people are doing this in the startup sector and it's working for them, and that is why there's not enough YouTube videos or, let's say, tutorials on how to do this, because if somebody else also starts doing it, then it reduces the amount that they will be making, right? So, and on the contrary, why software development and these things has so many videos on it is because at this point it has stopped making money, and that is why people who know how to do it don't mind telling others how to do it and make some extra money through that. That's why I
Okay.
feel feel like us going on the software track. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing to be able to know how to do this, and because even when we do anything else, we'll still need these skills. But I feel like it's not enough. We need to do more. We need to somehow get
We
into
need
this
to do a
other
lot
thing.
more, dude.
Yep.
When I was applying, I think I've told you this story a lot of times at this point. It's crazy, but it's like when you look at the resume,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's just plain white paper with words on it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stand out from others?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's not about standing out. You can be artistic somehow
Mm-hmm.
and do something, but that's not the final solution. You
Mm-hmm.
can still be laid off. You can still be gone out of business. here's the thing. You need to be noticed by them, and they need to
Mm-hmm.
be approaching you to show
Mm-hmm.
that they need you, compared to
Yes.
you need them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
And
see, I
just
feel like I'm yapping right
No,
now,
the thing
but
is
I think
how to
that's the
show
truth
them,
at this point.
how to
Yeah.
no.
show them that
Uh,
they
So
need us.
if you are the only
Like
person who knows how to do the thing, they will have to come to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going back to
but
our
like
friend,
there's no way that there's only you. Yeah.
yo, there is going back to our friend, right? So he said that when he was started
Yeah.
contributing to the repositories he was contributing, the people there took notice of him, and he was one of the few people who could do it. So people had to eventually go to him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just think about it. You and I and even Darshil, we all do software development, right? If somebody else comes and says they can do software development and replace us, I'm sure they can. But if, let's say, the three of
They
us,
can, of
do you
course.
think we can replace what our friend is doing? We don't understand what
Well,
he does right now, right?
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. We need
yeah.
to learn that. And the fact that we know somebody who has that, we're not leveraging it enough. Like, the fact that we know somebody who does this, right? I'm not saying we use him, but I'm saying we should be able to upscale ourselves way faster than somebody who has no contacts with anybody in the industry. Like, every time I talk to him these days, I try to ask him about some things, and every time I take away something important from him, and then I look at it in my free time, and
By
then
the way, if you want to upscale images, go to impressions.com.
No,
Short.
Add short.
that was good. That was good. That was natural. Okay, I like it. I like it.
the segues are getting better. So yeah.
Siva's ADHD came good use for us. Shit. Oh, it's getting
Okay,
cold.
back to the
Yeah.
topic. Yeah. What you were saying about,
Uh,
about
yeah. So
that
I
person.
I
Yeah,
tried
the person.
talking to him recently, and his advice to me was look around the internet and try finding a repo that interests you. Don't worry about if
There's
it.
a higher chance that that person is watching right.
I doubt it. Because if he was, he would have been messaging us by now.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
But did you
Um,
check messages?
Yeah. No, he didn't. I checked.
Yes,
Yeah, let me see
I'm
some
sorry for
machine.
delay. Can I move
Mm-hmm.
them to one of the dryers?
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Your camera is off, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
closed it. I'm in
Cool,
the
cool, cool.
laundry right
Yeah,
now.
sure. No worries. So yeah, the first advice that he gave to me was just try to find a repo that interests you. Like, don't worry about the money, don't worry about the people in it. Just find something that interests you, and try to see if you can contribute to that repository in any way. And not like that Apna college drama where you're just commenting your name inside their README files and pushing it. Like, and one more thing I learned, right? So I was just, after I heard this from, I looked at many people talking about open source and stuff. So one thing I saw people say was, if you are trying to contribute and you do not know where to start, right? You try to shadow somebody's PRs. By what that mean is, you see when you go to, okay, let me just share my screen.
The main idea is to not misuse it.
Yeah, you see my screen, right? Let me just go to Express.js, get up. Let me share the screen. All right. So for example, you see here issues. So these are all the problems that they have, right? They want somebody to solve it for them. So let's say I open this, and let's say,
You mean like see their issues, right?
no,
GitHub issues, and
this was
then
the
try to solve them.
this was the initial solution, right, to try to solve it. But I'm saying, what if we are unable to solve it, which we are not right now, right? So we have no idea what's happening. So what he told me was, go to closed issues. Where are closed issues? Pull requests. See the ones which are closed, which is successfully closed. Wait, are these closed? No. Open. Okay, maybe just go to this one and just see how other people have solved the problem. So you can see the problem as well as the solution here, right? So do this and try to learn how they are solving things. And that kind of made sense, right? This way you're not even polluting their repository, and you're also learning from them indirectly.
Yeah.
It's basically like Stack Overflow. Right? You have a lot of problems, and some of them have solutions. You try to see the solutions, and once you've seen enough of them, you'll be able to see some problems and solve them yourselves. Let's see, insights. Also, you can just do this. You can find some contributor, and you can just follow what they've been doing on this thing lately. Okay, they don't show the activities. How do we see activities? We should just be able to see it, right? Is it hidden usually? Oh, okay, no, it's not hidden. But maybe he's not contributing lately. Yeah, so that's what I saw. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it is a good way.
So,
And can you show me like example how the how it's gonna show in our GitHub? Like
in our
when
GitHub, as in,
we successfully contribute,
okay,
like in our GitHub profile. Like let's say some recruiter goes to our GitHub.
okay, I've stopped sharing my screen right now. But you can see it. Don't say that guy's name. I'll just go to his and I'll show you. Okay, that's not how we go. How do we go? Okay, I know how to go. This is what I saw.
Just go to some random like someone who contributed. Just go to
No, no,
their profile.
I'll show you
You
this.
don't need to go
So if you go to this report, the report that he contributes to, so if you go very down, actually you see
Yeah.
his name as one of the top
You
contributors.
see the name.
Over no, not just that. This is him, right? So if I go here, if I go to
I think so.
him, why is it taking so long to load? Okay, let me just go. I remember seeing his name clearly here. Okay, this one. If you go to his account here, you will see here all the comments that he has done
Yeah.
inside this. And if you're, and the thing is, you're not even making this for the recruiters, right? You're making this for the owners of this page. Let's say you're serving to XYZ repository, and usually not every repository, but most of them are really funded well by some startups in the US or anywhere. And if, okay, let's say a creator, let's say this is the creator, he's not the creator, he's just a, let's say he's the creator, and he sees that you're contributing a lot to the project, you know a lot of stuff, and he wants to hire somebody. Who do you think he'll hire first?
What is this project?
Don't read it out loud.
What is this project?
Don't read it out loud. It's this. Yeah.
It's some like a big one.
It's, I don't know if it's pretty big, but he works on a few of these, not just one. So okay, just think about this. Let's say give our own example. Let's say impressions is open source, all right, and we have a lot of issues, we just raise it, and then there are a few people who are always solving the issues very fast, and they're maintaining the community well, they're doing everything well, and now I want to hire a software developer. Would I hire somebody who has a resume, very good resume, or would I hire somebody who's contributing actively to my community without even paying him anything?
Yeah, of course, the one who's contributing to the community.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? That's how you stand out. You were saying it. How do you show the recruiters that you're good at it? That's how you do it. And also, if you don't get hired by the same recruiter, let's say I'm contributing to a project, you are also contributing to a project. Now I suddenly get a funding for $10 million to start my own project. Who will I hire? Some random person or somebody who I've seen working with me? It's basically networking, right? You connect. You're creating networks in the community. Yep.
Yeah.
So you won't believe
This is
this.
something that you can show off your skill, right? Because
Yes.
in CV, like we can write anything in CV.
Yes.
But in here, we prove that
So
we can
if you go by this method, right, you don't even need a CV at this point. Your work is your CV.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like if you're we have seen Three Idiots, right? If you're passionate about something, you don't feel like working anymore. You're just doing what you're passionate about.
Yep.
And it's the same thing with our friend. He's passionate about something. He's passionate about learning and growing. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you, dude. Oh shit! I came and this guy starts sneezing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, pretty much that. It's like just be passionate. It's like just because your friend is doing it doesn't mean you have to go in this exact same field. But whatever you're happy with, just do it. I mean, if it makes you happy, why not?
Yep. The only yeah.
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. I'll just cut you off.
Sorry.
You and Hima are same level as our friend, I would say. You are
I
tricking on
wouldn't
the
say
creative
that.
side.
No way.
No,
What?
no, come on,
Me
come
too.
on. Look at yourself. You on the creative side. Just because you're passionate about YouTube, you just go with it. You know, it's like
Mm-hmm.
there's no
Creative
if
side?
on that.
Who?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Me? Creative?
yeah.
I like how people like me.
Oh, come on. We gotta admit, Legal Beats was really good until he stopped doing all that.
No,
No, no,
I
this is the
agree
thing,
that
right?
we are following our passion.
Like,
But have you heard about that thing? So in life, there's things that you like, things that pay you well, and
Make the money.
what you should do should be in the middle of them. It should be in the intersection. I think what Hima and I do are things that we like. They're not necessarily things that pay as well. We need to find something which comes in the middle of the both.
You see, Kima had a
no,
really good
like,
chance if
let's
he
say
actually
we
took a jump.
work on, let's say we work on impressions full time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that I mean, will we be able to like earn some money out of it?
Uh,
Will we
s-
get some paid customers?
some maybe,
I mean,
and
if we do it full time, like
uh,
fully committed.
some money for sure. Enough to sustain the both of us. No. I don't think Impressions is a novel enough idea to
But
sustain two people's
but
full time salaries.
no, no, no. Yeah, I'm not talking about like just going with the same idea. I mean, we keep improving the
Yeah,
idea
for
or
for
we
sure.
keep adding features,
That's what I'm
whatever
saying.
it is. We're just working on it.
Yeah. No, I can guarantee you that. I won't say guarantee you that, but I can say for sure that if we go full time, we will get some paid customers for sure. But I don't feel like it'll be enough to sustain both of our full time salaries.
That's why yeah, we should not
Mm-hmm.
think like that. We should like risk it and go
No,
like full time.
it's not about
But right now
risking
we
it,
can't
right?
do that
Yeah.
because we need to survive. To
Mm-hmm.
that is the hard part
No,
for us.
it's not about the
We should
risking
have
part, right?
some kind of
If we were risking in something that nobody else could do, I would go all in and I would be okay for it. Impressions, the end of the day,
yeah.
the idea is still replicable, right? Anybody can make it if they want to. That's the only problem I have with impressions.
Oh
Uh
shit!
Yeah,
Sounds
but
like
we
Lady
if we
Coder,
keep
man.
working on it and improving, we can
huh.
somehow get like some novelty in it, right? Like
Yeah.
some
Uh,
uniqueness in it. If we keep
we
working on it,
we can, right?
keep improving.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's again debatable, right, though. Like I agree that
we should
if
like maybe focus.
uh
Yeah.
uh
First of all, I think we should get some kind of registered in somewhere.
mm-hmm. That would be the next step for impressions. To be very
There
honest.
should there should is there
Yeah.
any way that we can like register in India or UK?
You really
Like,
want to register in India? Who's gonna handle there, man? I'm not there.
but I think India would be a good place
To,
to
to be honest,
register a startup.
India wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, India would be a better place than
India has
our
so
countries.
many
I
tech
don't know.
startups these days.
Yeah,
That's true.
The only problem with
But
registering impressions right now is our business model is still not clear, and if we do register it, then we'll have to get into taxes and all that stuff. Although we're not making anything off it right now, so it'll be
yeah. That
additional.
thing we have to like take. uh, This how every
guys,
startup works. Right? They had to go through that
Mm-hmm.
like loss at
Yeah,
first.
losses for sure. Yeah, I'm not even just talking losses, right? I mean, like, let's say we do register impressions somewhere, and we go to raise funding for it or somewhere. We need to be in a position where we can do that, right? I still don't think impressions is at a point where we can raise funding for it.
Yeah, that's why we need to develop more. We need to improve many things.
Mm-hmm.
We need to properly like we maybe we like hire another person
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it will be a loss for us. Of course, it will be a loss for us. Maybe we'll just give him free thumbnails, some kind of benefit like or unpaid intern.
maybe
Technically we
for the
can
bank stuff.
get some unpaid interns if you want. Like some of the juniors we have right now, I'm sure they'll be willing to work on something
Yeah,
if
we
we
can,
give them
right?
experience. But
Of course, we
yeah.
can, yeah.
But
And
I don't
but
feel
only if
comfortable
we
doing that.
have it registered properly.
Yeah.
Only if we have it registered properly.
But I like fundamentally I feel like I would never be okay with that. Like if anybody's interning, I would want to have them paid because I myself did unpaid internship. Right, it's the worst feeling ever. It feels like forced labor, to be honest.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't even.
Forget about the intern thing. The what about this registering thing?
Registering, we should.
Wait,
Uh,
Like,
hang on.
do
Listen,
you have
listen.
any idea about India? Like how this
Look,
kind of stuff works?
uh, I don't know for sure yet. I mean, I can surely look into it. I've got connections. We can register and everything.
he
But
knows a guy who knows a
let's
guy.
not. Oh, come on. I am the guy. I'll just register it. It doesn't take much.
He's Tuko.
Yeah, you should be able to do it, right? Because you have you still have Indian citizenship, right? Like
Yeah.
passport,
Yeah.
or UK anywhere. I think.
No, no.
Mm,
We can
For
start out.
tech startups, I think India would be better.
Mm,
Okay, let's go. Let's go register in India. There should join impressions.
The
Join impressions officially, and
we like
and then change the
register.
thumbnail, make it on three shaking hands.
new member.
No.
I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm serious.
does does India have a rule about
Anyway,
how much? Let's just Google it. That's why we're doing this podcast. Like, let's look at it up. How to
Well,
register
we were
a
literally talking about
startup?
making how to get an industry, and now we're just talking about I don't know partnership. What is this?
Yeah, it would be a partnership, right? We'd be equal
It would
partners.
be a part.
yeah.
A comprehensive guide to startup India registration.
Oh crap! I feel bad. You guys downloaded it, and
Oh
here
no
I
no.
am.
So impressions one is just one
No,
part
right
of
now it's
impressions.
started.
So okay,
Ah,
let me
Because
clarify this
you were
to
already
Darshan.
like a small part of it, right?
Yeah.
There's
lazy
all
coder
other
becomes
things.
the second part.
Exactly. So the idea is impressions
Ah,
is a startup, and we have a lot of things. We give services like web development and all that stuff. And inside impressions, we have different tools of our own. Impressions one is one. Lazy coder would be another. Uh,
like OpenAI,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ChatGPT.
yes.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be all of us, right? If sometimes you want to work on something yourself and host it, that's also totally fine. So maybe you have an idea, you can work on that with a team of yours,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that could come under impressions as well. How we deal with the sharing of that thing would be another issue, but it's always doable. Impressions is like a big umbrella.
Smart. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I call my mom. I call my aunt, and I'll be like, let's just register it. And
Mm-hmm.
let's get it.
So
Let's get it.
Main goal: we registered somewhere.
This year. This year. Let's do it.
Time limit, threshold, approval from DIPP, funding sources, patent, incubation.
Out of all three countries, right? India would be the best place, like best place to register.
Yes, for tech startups, I feel like India is a good
I don't know
place.
about, but Sri Lanka is yeah. In Sri Lanka is bad. I know that Sri Lanka is bad for registering stuff. Any
But I
business.
must
I
tell
think
you,
it's
I don't
better
have
to
access
start
to Mumbai or
Thailand,
something,
India, or
so we have
Bhutan.
to
I
stick
think
with
Bhutan is also good.
In Bhutan, the startup scene is still growing, right? It's not there yet. Whereas in India, there's this well-established startup scene. So I feel like if we do it in Bhutan, we will have to create the culture, and it will take a while. Whereas in India, it already exists, right? There's so many startups coming out from India these days.
So we are going to hire people like our
Yeah.
friend in our company. That's our motto. So be
Mhm.
good and see you guys in 5 years because we'll be hiring you.
We could totally do that if impressions gets good
We
funding,
can do that.
and if we get good projects, we can totally hire people we know
Plus,
to do projects for us.
also lazy
Totally.
coder too. We can do under impressions. Right?
Yeah, lazy coder is under
Because
impressions, right?
if Darshils are also in,
Yeah.
we can put everything under impressions.
Yeah.
All the projects because we already done the branding and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to like work on the branding much.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
Like maybe we can change the
Change,
stuff. But
yeah, change the
No,
thumbnail. Come
so
on.
it'll be like
Making
that.
sense now.
Like Google's parent company is Alphabet, right? Everything comes under Alphabet.
Yeah, yeah,
So impressions would be Alphabet, and then everything
Yeah,
else we
and
make is under that.
so it's Impressions Inc. or something.
Yeah,
impression,
we
or
can worry about that
it's
eventually.
hope. Yeah, and yeah.
My hand smells like Subway right now.
Wait, I have one question. So if we register impressions as a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about impressions one and lazy coder? Do we have to register them again?
I don't think so.
No,
Because those are also individual like
E-
project. Like
yeah.
I
I
I
tell you
don't get
what.
that
Wait,
part.
wait, wait.
Maybe we
Listen,
have to
listen.
register again.
Uh, so my grandpa was a lawyer. I'm pretty sure I can call up
Mm-hmm.
and get his connections from my grandma, and we can go ahead with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look into this and get back to you guys. Because
Mm-hmm.
if it's like if you want to register it 5 years down the line, why not just do it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why wait? On top of that,
Yeah.
we have the residency, we have all the legalities. Let's just
Sorry.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. And
All
also
right.
in India, we have people
Crack
that
one
we know.
open. I am.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If we want,
yeah.
I can put one of my relatives as a face in India.
Mhm.
How would you feel about hiring a 14-year-old, my sister? Huh? 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 Child labor.
We're not in China.
Child labor and
Then
so we will get
I'm a
into
bad brother.
trouble. I think we should like
No.
say this
All
completely.
right, all right. That's fine. So, yeah, getting back to our main topic, doing something that's not being done, like businesses and stuff, right? I agree. Like what Darshil was saying, what our friend has done is one way to get into this thing, right? Starting a business or following a passion is another way to do it. And what maybe like what you said before has some truth to it, where we did invest like a year of our time in developing this, and this might be something big in the future too.
Yeah.
So there's another thing. I realized this when I was applying. Like I said, I started last December.
Mm-hmm.
Not the last December, like this last December, but the one before that. You know. So that's when I started applying for jobs, and I got it in June. But this was the time frame. I I literally overhauled my resume on this.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was iterative, but I realized that if something's not working for you, you have to change your method, not the goal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sport, right? So that was it. If it's like if my resume is not working, I have to change my resume
Mm-hmm.
because when you think about it, for intern, I have a stacked resume. It's not that bad, but how do I stand out?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like it all comes down to you how much you would like to commit. Because
Mm-hmm.
I literally know some people. Okay, this is rant session or something, but they literally would party around
Mm-hmm.
and not apply, and now they're crying that we're not getting jobs, and like you're just lucky enough to get a job. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
dude, what are you doing right now? Start applying. And
Uh-huh.
he's like, I just came back from my part-time studies. I'm not in mood of applying. I'm like, bro, then why are you telling me?
Yeah, I agree. Like people say, right, that opportunity knocks your door only once. That's not true. Opportunity only knocks your doors if
That's
you
not
are looking for it, and you have to
if
keep
you're
applying for
expecting
it.
visitors, it's coming. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
And also, people say like you just got lucky and this stuff. That's not true either. Just being lucky is not enough. You need to be prepared for when luck arrives eventually.
Otherwise, what's the point? It's like it's just going to like veggie you and just leave away.
Mm-hmm. Like I saw this one thing on this is again about YouTube. Like I watch a lot of YouTube, so most of my context stories are from YouTube. So,
I
so
love YouTube.
if somebody has like one video that suddenly goes viral, that does not ensure this whole channel will become viral if he doesn't have any other video on his channel. But if you have like a library of 2 3 years worth of videos and then one of your video blows up, people who watch that video might go and check your other videos and they might actually end up liking you and then start watching you. So
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah,
Mr. Beast
Mr.
is the
Beast,
guy.
he did that, right? When he first started, I won't say his previous videos were good. They were just something that nobody else was doing, and he was doing that for a
Yeah.
very long time.
Mr. Beast.
So when
Yeah,
people,
Mr. Beast too. Like, there's many people who like got hit by one video
uh huh,
just because of one video, and they keep
yeah,
watching.
no, but it's not one video, right? Once you see the one video, you go back and watch the other videos that he has done, and then when you watch like two, three, four
Yeah,
videos,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
when you realize like, okay, you actually like this guy, and you can watch him more. Imagine if you don't make those other videos and you just wait to make that one big video. That way, you'll never end up having a big video.
That's true. That's that's totally true, man. Uh, yeah, you just have to be persistent. You have to be tenacious, and just believe in yourself. I think
And I feel like you need
that's
to be
like the main mantra.
passionate too, like passionate about something.
Totally, totally.
Until
It's
you're
like
passionate
if
about
you're
something, you can't fake it.
I have another good one. It's like if you can't see it, you can't hit it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm.
If you don't have a
Unless
goal,
you're
what are you
Daredevil,
chasing?
or you're
Unless you're Daredevil,
But to be fair,
this guy.
even he could see it, although not through his eyes. He could sense it.
he could see from the hearing. He could imagine the
I
world
love
by hearing.
Daredevil.
Because I feel like we are still in our
Yeah,
early 20s, right? We still have the time that it would take for us to maybe change our perspective over some of the things and look at things differently. Because I do feel like I have tried doing what we've been doing so far, and it's given me some results. But I feel like the results have stagnated at a point, and it's hard to grow above this. Following the methods and we've been following so far, I feel like something else needs to be done to break through this. Well, let's be honest. Okay, Hima. So we know, right,
That's right.
the path that we're following right now. Even if we follow it like super well, what's the end goal? Like a 60,000 baht salary per month, right? That's what we're looking at the end of this
Yeah,
path, right?
that is why I want to focus on the like
Yeah.
startup. That is why like
Mm-hmm.
continuing job is not the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the job is just to like gain some kind of like capital that we can
Mm-hmm.
invest on something, but not for continuing for sure. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like we should work on like properly on a startup. Like we should be more serious about this
all
Uh,
thing
right.
actually.
Look,
even the startup,
I
right?
was telling my mom about this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead, Thunder.
Uh,
I cut you off.
okay, I'll just end my thought quickly. Even for the startup,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
no.
like we lack two things right now. The first thing we lack is discipline. Like we are not strict about the time we invest into the startup. And the next thing is we lack the I still feel like we lack the skills. Like we can make something, but I don't think what we make is being made in the most optimized way possible.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, I
no,
agree.
I don't think we lack the skill.
I
I
I,
think
I
we
do.
lack the management,
No,
the
and
management part.
not the management. Of course, the management part too. But I feel even software development, right? The way we make something, we look for the quickest solution to make the thing, right? We're not looking it to be the most optimized
Yeah,
solution.
but I
We are
think
not managing our
the
repositories properly.
knowledge, yeah, knowledge we have is enough for us to like learn and improve.
Uh,
So
eh,
it all
eh,
comes under discipline.
it's two different things, right? And
All
enough
comes.
to learn and improve, and enough to build a successful startup. I feel like they're different things. You can't be building something while you're learning something.
Yeah,
I think if you want to learn, we should first invest our time properly and
yeah.
learn it, and then start building something.
But do you
Unless you
think
are
that
an
do you think
outlier.
the first version that Mark Zuckerberg made, the Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's like the most optimized version? And
I don't think so. Yeah.
probably it's
Yeah.
like a really laggy and like
Mm-hmm.
bad version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he somehow like call his friends and
No,
they keep working on it and keep
but the
improving.
difference is when he did that, nobody else
So
was doing
there's
it,
no
right?
way that I mean, even though we get many year experience, there's no way that we can make it like very perfect.
Uh,
There will be always flaws. So
I agree, but
yeah,
I still feel like we need something more. like and things
We need
we
commitment, man.
commitment for sure. That's the first thing I mentioned, discipline part, where we need to commit to something
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
do it every time. But I
Yeah, I
also
think we
think
only need that. I think
I
we only need that. We
no.
only need discipline. I mean, the knowledge we have is enough, like enough to learn more and
Mm-hmm.
improve. So I don't think we have any problem
uh
with that. Like
I
I tell you what
if
I'll
we
tell
are
you what
like
we need.
disciplined enough, we
London,
will
I
keep
feel
working
you.
on it, and we don't trust the process. That's one of the. We don't trust like
No, no.
we like.
Listen. Here's the thing, guys. What we don't have right now is danger in life. Because
is what.
once there's that proper pressure on you that we have to succeed, that's when we actually succeed. So let's do something that pressurizes us, and then we go ahead and succeed. Like one
Mm-hmm.
time hit.
I agree. Like a certain
Sure.
level of
Because
pressure is required as well.
we can't like blame our skills, right? Like this is the business is not only the development.
Mm-hmm.
We can like if we want, we can like hire people and develop too, right? We can
No.
find the capital somehow and
Uh-huh.
invest on the business, like hire people and
I
like there's
it's
that guy, the Tokyo.
mm-hmm.
I won't say the name.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I got it. I got it. The music
he
website.
also
Yeah,
he's not the coder, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he's not the coder, right? But
So,
he has people
uh,
who
I feel like about this, right? If we do it this way, where we say that we can always hire a person, we are not hiring because we don't have the money, we're shifting blame. I feel like we're shifting blame to something which is out of our control. Rather than that, if we look at it as like we still need to skill up ourselves, we are taking responsibility for what's missing, and then we will try to fix it. That's what I feel like. Because it's the easiest thing to say that okay, we could have done it if we had more coders. We could have done it if we had more funding, right? Instead of that, we should be seeing is how can we do it, how can we manage it with what we already have, and how can we
yeah.
upskill ourselves to make it doable. Again, going back to the music website guy that you're talking about,
Urgent.
he was a good person to look up to when we were first starting, right? But then we already made impressions, so I feel like now we have already reached to a level where he was, and now looking at him would be a bad example for us, because we are looking at somebody who is at the same level as us, if not lower. So now we should look higher, right? We should keep changing our goalpost to go up and up. If we still keep comparing our new
Yeah.
projects with him, I don't think it would be the
So
best project.
that's why, like for now, I think the best for us to like maybe register the impressions, not impressions.one,
Mm-hmm.
like register impressions, and now we learn a lot from impressions.one, right?
Yeah.
Now use that lessons and maybe like use them in the next project. Let's say
Uh-huh.
lazy coder or whatever.
Yes.
We use them and it will be better product for sure
Yeah.
than impressions.
Uh,
If we
I
take
tell you what.
coming. Yes. Continue, Darshil.
No, something I wanted to say earlier was I was talking to my mom about starting up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I told you, right? At the start of the year, we talked about how I really wanted to get something up and running for
Mm-hmm.
sure, like 100%, and like registered, everything's up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was telling my mom about it. At the end of the day,
yeah
from our perspective, us three, right? We are foreigners in other countries at the
Mm-hmm.
end. We always have to worry about money. We have to worry about visas. If the company does not need us anymore, they're just going to be a deal sucker, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to either find another job, which
Mm-hmm.
is still a headache,
Mm-hmm.
or we just go back to our country and try doing something over there somehow,
Mm-hmm.
which is not bad idea. But I feel like my biggest motivation is that I want to control my own lifestyle
Finances.
compared to
Uh-huh.
someone else controlling it. Yeah.
yeah
So yeah, as long as we have the goal clear, I think we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
Yep. Getting back to what Himo was saying, where he said first we need to register impressions. I agree, we do need to register impressions, but I still feel like that's not our priority right now. I am sure that we need to do it for sure, because until we do it, we are still keeping something undone, right? And it's better to just get it done with. But even if we get impressions registered right now, it doesn't really solve our issue, which is of building something new, right? So we do register impressions, but that should not be our only goal. I think our goal right now should be to I don't know actually what our
Yeah,
goal should be right
okay.
now.
It's not our
I-
only.
and I'll be honest,
Our
even.
goal should be building something like. Actually, our goal should be just keep working on it.
Mhm.
Like, just not think about like what it's gonna be, like how it's gonna be. Just keep working on
I
it
agree with this. I
and
feel like
improve it.
our goal should be to keep working on ourselves and on whatever project that we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
working on and keep growing. I'll be very honest. I don't think.
Actually, wait. So BMSC too we did under impression, but we didn't
Yes.
even put it there.
We'll put it once
We
he
just remain
uploads
like
the
that.
website. Right? The website is not up yet.
Yeah, he should change.
Yeah.
He making the website ugly.
Okay. I was saying this. I honestly, talking about lazy coder, I don't feel like lazy coder will be the big tool as well, because at the end of the day, lazy coder and impressions, these are just wrappers around existing AI models, right? There's nothing which other people can't replicate by just putting in some time and effort. I feel like eventually what my goal is to be making or developing something that not everybody can replicate. That's when I feel like I would be satisfied with the work that we are doing, and it would be a good startup idea.
Yeah, yeah, that would be, yeah. So that would be a good startup idea, right? If we can find
Yes.
something
Mm-hmm.
that, like you said.
Yep. But
Yeah,
for example, if you think
In that
about,
case,
uh, I feel
sorry,
like
go ahead.
right now what we are doing is we are going at a very shallow depth where we're not going deep enough. And if we just use the tools which are already existed to make something, I feel like right now, or
so
okay, we are able to do
okay,
it, but within a few years, everybody will be able to do it. And then where does that leave us?
That's true.
That is why I feel like we're not skilled. And that's what I
okay,
meant when I
let
said,
me ask you one question.
mm-hmm,
So let's say we improve impressions.1
mm-hmm,
to a level that uh, a YouTuber can like actually make a thumbnail
mm-hmm,
within like few seconds,
mm-hmm,
and they can customize whatever the way they want, and
mm-hmm.
they can like make a proper one with few clicks and within few seconds.
Yep.
So won't it be useful for them, and
It,
wouldn't
it,
they
it,
use it?
it, it will be useful, but how are we doing it? Are we still using stable diffusion and the other
Yeah,
APIs that we're
we
using?
need to like that. We need to go
No,
like
we're
step by step.
No.
hang on.
Step by step.
Let me chime in now.
Mm-hmm,
For you, I think I have a very good idea that we can do. Uh, since generative AI is really big right now,
mm-hmm,
all you can do is just train a model on different YouTubers and get another field for your user input saying that I want Mr. B style, Logan Paul style, whatever it is,
mm-hmm,
as a thumbnail.
mm-hmm,
And I'm pretty sure generative AI can, since it's trained on the available data,
mm-hmm,
it can do a pretty good job.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like you just need to train your model
But
in such a way.
then another thing comes, people don't like to like copy it.
Okay,
It's
so
like
Yeah,
copying the
uh,
that.
first I'll address what he was saying before it. So you said once we can make that tool, will it be useful? It will be useful, I agree. But again, it's something that anybody can do. I feel like ultimately for us to make a successful startup, it needs to be something that
Yeah,
can't be
anybody can do, but I
replicated.
feel like there is something that anybody, like, only few people will do, because if
Yeah, doesn't matter, right?
you
Okay,
just search in Google,
Hima, think about
there's
this.
no
Uh,
tools for
no,
like thumbnail
just think about this.
generating.
If we make a tool that's making us money, what's stopping another person to do it?
Yeah.
If it's making money, everybody will do
you
it.
know,
That's the thing.
Then
So it
then everything, right? Then anything people can make it. Right? Then
uh
whatever we make,
no,
people
right?
can make it.
If it's
There
some
will be
back. I'll be
someone
back.
then who can make it.
if it's something which is very noble, we can apply for patents against it, and we can have copyrights about it, so that people can't just do it directly and make money out of it without giving us a share. So no, I feel like
Yeah. So
no, just
what
think.
I'm saying is like we already have the structure of this, right?
Mm-hmm,
So I'm thinking that maybe we find something that is unique in this same market, like
mm-hmm,
thumbnail market.
uh-huh,
We find something unique and then try to like improve in that way.
mm-hmm.
So
Yes, if we
it can be anything. I'm not like, I don't have any example in my head, but yeah, it can be anything.
have another tool which is completely proprietary, we have developed everything for it, and that's added to impressions, and that works well, I agree that would be fine. But as long as we're depending on APIs which anybody can use and make a website similar to us, I don't feel like that is it. Because uh
Yeah.
A-
So we
API
can
APIs are
we can make
made
like a
so that everybody can use it, right? So there is no
I think
differentiator
someone
between us and somebody
someone
else.
joined.
I don't think so.
It's Darshil.
He muted, yeah.
It's Darshil. I think he got
Yeah.
disconnected.
But do you get what I'm trying to say, Himo?
Yeah, like yeah,
Hang on,
I
I'm
get it. I get
disconnected
it.
now.
Yeah.
Am I?
So
Like we have both invested a lot of our time in impressions, and we are both really passionate about it, right? But I still feel like we need to be a little bit grounded about this, and we should know that okay, although impressions is a good tool,
no,
at the
actually,
at the end of the day, it's
we
still
were
replicable.
motivated until last year, maybe June or some
Mm-hmm.
July maybe, and after that we lost the whole thing, and we
Uh.
kind of like the pace went like so down, and we didn't even work properly after that.
Mm-hmm.
If we kept the same pace, right? By now, I think we would have finished a lot, like maybe improved a lot, at least the optimization part.
I still feel like we are missing the bigger picture. I think the bigger picture is not just having it do something. It should be more than that. And the thing is, I do not know what the more is. That is why I feel like
Like
we
bigger
lack the
picture
skills.
would be like it should be a useful tool for like the people, right? That is the main goal, right? I
Uh,
mean,
eh,
whatever the audience is, like for us audience is like YouTubers, right?
yeah.
So it'll
Uh,
be a
but,
useful, yeah, useful tool
uh,
for YouTubers,
but,
right?
but then what's stopping? Let's say we do make impression, then people are actually using it. Anybody can replicate it. That's my only
Yeah,
problem. Anybody can replicate it.
Then I
yeah.
can
Anybody
replicate
can
it.
replicate, but still, like if you make it into a level that people can use, even though people replicate it, we still like made it first, right? Then
So
whatever
uh,
we make, people will find a way to replicate it.
n-
Like
no, no, right. I'll come back to our friends example.
no,
The things that our friends are making right now, uh, nobody else can make that, right? And even if you do make it, by the time other people finish making it, since there is a proper, fully funded
I mean
startup,
there must be some people, right? Some people who can like replicate. I mean,
uh,
people who
uh,
good at it.
you see
There
the
must be at least few, right?
wait,
It won't be like
you see
you
the
only.
no, you see the difference. In our case, anybody can do it. In their case, somebody can do it. That's the main difference that I'm talking about. What we are doing is still very shallow. I feel like we need to get deeper. Hello.
What
Yeah.
do
So
you
what
propose?
I'm saying is like we should implement some kind of like feature or whatever it is that
Hang on. I
maybe it's
don't think it's
harder to
just
implement for others.
Mm-hmm.
no. I don't think it's just uh it's boundaries at impressions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, your voice broke a little. I couldn't get that.
All I'm saying is it's not just impressions that you need to look at.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Your whole big company needs a full thing, a
Uh
better
huh.
view.
Yep, I agree. I don't know. It could be like what I'm saying is totally wrong. This is just something I've been thinking about lately, and that's why I want to talk today. But I just feel this way
Fair.
lately.
No, I understand. I understand. It's like
Okay, okay
not
he,
Yeah, I
everything's
mean
going to be a hit for you,
it's
even though
harder
it's a good.
thing like
I'll say this, Hemo. Like impressions, right? I feel like it's a very good project. I don't feel like it's enough right now to be a startup. If that makes sense. Like I could see somebody make a 10-hour long
yeah.
YouTube tutorial on how to make impressions. Do you get my point? It's a good place to learn how to use tools, learn how to do things, but I still feel like it lacks something. Again, I don't know what the something is, but it lacks something. And like you said, we could put time in it and we could
Yeah.
think of something, but that's the thing, right?
Okay. Okay. Forget about impressions. Forget
Mm-hmm.
about impressions. Third one. Like, what if we like spend more time and maybe do some more research and try to, like you said, just try to make something that others cannot replicate,
Mm-hmm.
and use like make like a SaaS app from that, and then
Yes,
it is also it will be under impressions, right? If we
yes,
do that,
yes, yes.
Yeah,
and
That's what I mean.
yeah,
If we can do that, that would be the
yeah.
ultimate goal.
So like yeah, then we should be more serious about it. We should
Yeah.
like start doing like research or start searching and
Uh,
Oh, we're
uh,
start
talking about
gathering
that.
ideas and
but the problem with that is, right, we, even let's say we get an idea, we still don't know how to do that. And to learn how to do that, we need to get back to these things, find some open jobs that are there, not exactly jobs, but try to see what the leaders in the community are doing right now, and try to see what they are doing and learn from them. I don't know if Darshil was there that day, but I was asking our friend that day, how do we find out about the industry? For example, have you heard that currently the industry is investing in AI startups?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
heard that.
we are hearing it now, right? But this has been for the last few years, right? But we are hearing this news late. So I was asking our friend that question because we need to know this quicker. We need to know where the fundings are going, because that's where all the money is in the market. Once we can figure that out, we can see what the leaders in the community are doing in that market, and then once we are good enough at what they are doing, we can think of something that we can do and start working on that. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yeah.
Just to give you an idea, he like this guy. I'm not sharing the screen, so don't read out his name. So our friend, he knows this guy now on a namely basis. Like they talk to each other, they do that stuff, and he's like a very big person in the community, and he talks about whatever he's planning to make or where the industry is going and stuff. So the main advantage of working like this is that we get to know more connections like this, and when we have more connections, it helps us be aware of where the industry is heading, and thus helps us develop a product which will be more useful to others.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Contributing into the open source projects, yeah, helps a lot because
Mm-hmm.
we learn a lot like
Yeah.
about the
Uh,
industry.
we'll learn about stuff. We'll make network with people, different people,
Okay, so
not
if I
necessarily him.
ask from both of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like if we want to get impressions back into track, what would be this? Like, what would be the solution for impressions right now?
For now, to be very
Not,
honest,
not. I'm not talking about impressions.1.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about like impressions as a company. Like, yeah,
Uh, I feel like we need to choose a field first and get deeper inside that.
No,
We can't just be using API calls and calling it a product.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm not talking about like
Yeah,
just using API calls.
yeah.
I'm talking about like let's try to find some kind of unique idea and then
Mm-hmm.
like work on it.
Yeah. But then we come back to this, right? Let's say we get a unique idea. Right now, we are not skilled enough to just make something at an industry level directly. For that, we need experience, and for the
Yeah,
experience,
but
we
if
get back to that.
now never because
I
like
agree.
right now it's yeah. So yes, last year when we start impressions, the
Mm-hmm.
goal was to like
Just make impression.
someday get it to
Mm-hmm.
a level that it can like
Mm-hmm.
sustain, like it can
Yes.
pay us money.
Mm-hmm. And
It's not all about the money.
yeah.
Maybe just get the company like as a company that into a good level.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still not saying let's abandon impressions.1. Impressions.1, we still continue it, but I wouldn't want to put all of my eggs inside this basket.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would want to explore more and have more things so that we could
Okay.
grow more. I feel like impressions initially it was very good for us because we were growing because of impressions, right? Because we were putting time learning about it and then trying to make things.
Yeah,
But now we are limiting
learning. Yeah,
ourselves because of impressions. Because we have impressions now, I
the
feel
learning
like
part. Yeah.
we are not trying to explore anymore. Whatever we are doing, we're trying to do within this. Okay, that's been an hour. It's been a heavy topic today. All of us look tired. I don't see Darshil
it is
yet.
heavy. I
I think
can
the
show my
I think the
pretty
I
face
think
here.
Today is the only day we talked only about the topic without going off.
Uh-huh. Well, we can do this if you want. Actually, this was supposed to be the initial idea, right? Where every time we meet for Byte Banter, we discuss something important. Then we got lost in the middle and we started doing whatever. We can do this every time if you really want to, where
Thank
we
you.
just meet and discuss.
yeah.
Okay, so let's let's
Guys,
wrap up
have a
the
great day.
podcast for now, and we can
Thanks.
continue
Bye.
discussing off stream too.
I have a serious question before we end.
Uh-huh.
Should I get Mercedes or should I walk faster? It's raining.
Just get the car today.
Okay,
It's
let's
fine.
try a new car like
Yeah, it's
BMW.
raining plus you're moving out, so it's fine. Just get it today.
Shit. Okay, I'm getting a car. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, yeah, back to the series. Today was heavy, man. Today was heavy. But
Yeah.
hey, new partnership.
Any other day I would have told you to walk, but today is your last. I think your last time in the laundry, right? Before you move out.
Yeah, seems like,
Yeah.
pretty much. Oh,
So
I should be landscape my
When are you moving out?
he's going to a
When are you
new
moving out?
house.
Wednesday.
Oh,
I think it's calm enough that I can walk,
no, she's
so
pulling out the.
go for it.
Real estate. They're just doing real estate.
Moving from house to.
All right then. With that, do you want to say anything before we end the stream, Hima?
Heavy.
Let's change the word, right? This we say this all the time. And
What do you
it's
wanna
getting
say?
Boring now.
You should say let's start up. Let's impressions. What do you want to say?
Let's impress.
Let's impress.
Let's
Adios.
impress.
Oh, no.
Like I don't know.
Oh,
Impress.
yeah, okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the first word in every stream like these days is welcome back to episode something of Byte Banter. Like that's happening every week.
Yeah.
Check the last few every time we say that. So I feel like we should
That's
have.
what when Paul says like world's number one podcast. Number one podcast in the world. You can also say that.
The number one podcast among our friends. No, but let's be honest. It is the number one among our friends. Do you know any of our friends who do this? No, right? So we should be proud of the fact that we do this every week.
Just say number one podcast and we don't say among what.
No, we say number one podcast, and then I mute myself and say among our friends.
Vodka. If someone else will say like it's among our friends.
All right, quick. Let's just wrap it up quickly before the internet goes bad. Say it. Say.
My internet is. Okay, let's bounce.
I thought you